What is up, fellow bench warmers? Welcome to your daily fantasy quickie. What is up, guys? Welcome to another quickie with me, JJT, and Kamish Eric. We apologize for no quickie yesterday. I got some comments that they thought it was daily, both from courtside and the quickie. The courtside will resume daily uploads next year, 2023, which is a few days away. Well, probably around
second week of January, just to be sure, because maybe they look for it in January.
We might take a few days break through the new year to spend time with family. But yeah, we'll be back around the second week of January. We'll try to see if we can squeeze one or two here and there, but no guarantees about that. So yeah, that's the update. So second week of January, we'll resume the daily thing. But for now, let's talk about, what do we want to talk about first? Injuries? Let's talk about Luka first. 60 points. We haven't talked about him yesterday. That massive line of 60, 21, and 10. Great field goal percentage.
Yeah.
I think he was 20 out of 30. And what else? The only, I guess, flaw there was the free throw, but who would complain, right? No one would complain. 16 out of 20. That's fine.
That's fine. I think that's not bad already.
You're not gonna complain about that.
No, we're not gonna complain about that. We can talk about it in relation to Giannis today. Giannis had 45, 22, 7 assists. So these guys, the lines are becoming more and more normal these days for these players. But
the four players, I guess the top four players there. Massive lines, Jokic, Embiid, Giannis, and Luka. These four players can, at any night, give you great lines. Shea has been there, but he's not that, you won't be wowed with. There's just more consistency with Shea, KD, Jason Tatum. I think they're on that tier, right? But the Jokic, the Giannis, the Embiid, and Luka, they give you those big lines every now and then.
Yeah, but the difference, as I wrote with Giannis a while ago, is that the efficiency of Giannis is bad this year. Surprisingly worse than previous years. Now, Luka's improved it, but he's still not efficient. No, he's still not efficient, but he's improved it. He's improved his stocks part also. I think he had 2 steals also in that 60-21 game. And the volume. The volume of Luka is just, I know the lines have been really good with Embiid, as you said, Jokic and everything, but it seems like Luka has the edge, even in relation to those players, in the number of games that he does that, the number of times he does that. It just seems to be more this year. And I would go to the team of Luka. LeBron has a bad supporting cast, but Luka has an equally bad supporting cast when you look at it fantasy-wise. I talked about Dinwiddie and Wood as probably their next 2 best players, and they've not been that great this season as well. And Wood cannot create his own offense. And after that, there's just nobody. There's no young players because Josh Green is injured. The Hardy rookie is raw and sometimes injured here and there in the G League. There's nobody there really that excites you. I mean,
no supporting cast to help.
No supporting cast. So you would expect that these kinds of games from Luka will happen. If they want to win, they want to contend and stay in the play-in, unless they make a trade. He's gonna do this. He's gonna not 60-21, but maybe 40, 40-10-10.
Yeah.
Those kinds of games would be normal for Luka, which is going to be a big plus for his owners.
Yeah.
We had a comment that one person regretted not picking him third. I myself regret not picking him fourth in our own league, because I picked him fourth in another league. I wanted to we remember draft season.
Diversify, yeah. You want to diversify
Yeah,
some
but
of
the problem with diversifying is, it also limits your happiness when a player like this happens, because you diversify. It's impossible that everybody would be that good, right? So that's the only reason I picked Harden over Luka in our league. I didn't want to have so much Luka, so I said, okay, I'll try Harden here, I'll try Luka there. So well, now I have, I'm depressed in some leagues, I'm happy in some leagues. So overall, it
well,
balances.
if it makes you feel better, I don't have any Luka stocks. I couldn't remember if I had the chance, because most of the time it's either the top three, or
Yeah.
the lower end of the draft, or somewhere in the middle. Luka usually goes at around 4 or 5, which I didn't really have in terms of draft position. But yeah, I mean, the team is bad, no supporting cast, plus he's younger. He's probably the youngest among all those three, or at least close to Giannis's age. So there's more chances of him being able to do that. You mentioned LeBron. LeBron's team is bad, but I mean, maybe 20 years before 20 years ago, LeBron would have, crushed the stat
Carry
lines,
this team.
carry this team,
Yes.
like he did with the
He would just
Cleveland
carry this
teams,
team.
right? He did he
Yes.
did that
Yes.
with the. Now you can see LeBron. Just the lines are good. It's not bad, right? It's not bad, but it's not something that would carry your team, a bad team like that, to wherever you want to take to win, right? It's not stat line that would. It's not bad. I'm not complaining about the stat line. He had what, 38. He can average 30 points per game, right? Maybe 6 assists, 6 rebounds. Those are not bad numbers. The stocks haven't been there, but it's okay. Let's say you won't be able to do that, but again, it won't carry the team to
The
wins.
difference with LeBron, he talked today that he had a big quote today that he's not in the mood to play just to play. He wants to win. So the situation with the Lakers is gonna be up in the air, because they have no choice. AD is injured, and so if they get too far off the play in, they might be out of contention, and LeBron might rest. LeBron might just go for that record or whatever, but he might rest eventually. So that's
He doesn't
the
have to
difference between
make
Luka
any
and LeBron.
effort to go for that record,
Yes.
though.
So he might
That's
go
going to be
through
easy.
he might go through the motions. There, a lot of things can happen to the Lakers. It's very volatile. Unlike the Mavs, one thing's for sure: Luka will be the center of that team.
Yeah.
Luka will be the center of that team. Whatever move they make, it's because of Luka. So his situation is very stable. It's just the injury risk. Of course, there's still some injury risk, but with Luka, it's usually the a little soreness here, a little bang. Nothing really very serious. So at least in that sense, you're also safer. Unlike LeBron with the age, the wear and tear. So that's a difference. So for me, just to wrap up the Luka part, for me, it's like he's really there. He's really among the Jokic and Embiid, as you mentioned. I think I put him above Giannis this year, because Giannis has really suffered with his free throws, even a field goal and turnovers.
Plus the availability. They rest Giannis a little more this year than in past seasons. That's how I feel, right? I don't really know if it's more, but yeah, they rest him a little more this year. You can see him, eating popcorns on the sideline. I mean, just obvious rest, no, not really injury, major injury related. So I think the availability part, Luka wins that as well. Although I would expect him to maybe rest the next game, or some games here and there, if he continues to throw out some of these crazy lines. So yeah, that's Luka. Major update: Sabonis played today. So much for the Alex Len experiment, the Rashawn Holmes. But here's the thing: I'm not sure if he's gonna play every game, or he's gonna be back and forth in the lineup. Play some games, miss some games. So although there's really no major add there for Sabonis, I feel.
Yeah, we saw him not play yesterday. So we saw what happens. Alex Len played 13 minutes, 12 to 13 minutes. So he was just really a placeholder there. to start for their team, but not really much add. Rashawn Holmes, Ray Lyles, they had 22, 23 minutes each. Didn't do much. So there.
And today's, probably not injury related incident comes from the Detroit Pistons. Killian Hayes putting some of his elbow skills to Mo Wagner. It was a dirty, how do you call that? Dirty box out by Mo
Yeah.
Wagner. I don't think it merited. He's a young player, Killian, probably caught within the emotions. But yeah, he's probably going to be suspended a few games. Mo Wagner's probably going to be suspended as well.
I think maybe. And
maybe
everybody
a game or two.
Everybody else that left the bench should probably, for Orlando there were a lot. Gary Harris. I mean,
I think Mo Bamba was there as well.
Mo Bamba. So there possibly the next game of Orlando there will be some streamers, no, because there could be some players that we can that would be suspended. But I think the question is how long Killian Hayes will be suspended, because he's the real guy here with fantasy value. I don't know. I'm predicting 2 to 3 games. I don't see the NBA really handing down very big suspensions like 5 or 6 games. So I think 2 to 3 games. But you have to add Alec Burks in the meantime, because Burks will probably start would get some of the point guard minutes.
Yeah, for I know, and today he showed some. Well, today's an outlier for Alec Burks, because what did he do today? 32 points. He missed
32.
only once.
Yes.
He missed only once, including the free throws. Everything was perfect till that one miss. 32 points, 4 threes. He won't be able to do that percentage wise, but he can score. He can do a lot of things. So Alec Burks should be an ad. Probably he was dropped because he had a couple of bad games.
Yes.
So games. Not really a whole type of game, right? He's probably more of a streamer type games, wherein he's gonna have some good games and bad games.
Maybe also this helps Jaden Ivey. He was really bad today again. Maybe it helps him get more point guard reps, maybe more assists, more creating the offense situation. Now for Mo Wagner, people will ask, is he a drop? If he gets suspended, is he a drop? I don't think he's IL eligible if you're suspended, so maybe you can drop him. Plus Wendell Carter Jr. starting to get to the 20s already in the minutes, so maybe they'll start Wendell Carter soon. Though just an update, just a preview of the Week 12 schedule. Orlando has a very good streaming schedule on Week 12. They're one of the teams that really have a very good streaming schedule. So maybe you can hold on to him for until that week and then maybe drop him after. Because if you're looking for streamers in Orlando, I mean, Mo Wagner is one of the better ones. So just something, because
probably the best.
Probably the best. I mean, probably the best, yes. So I'm sure people will say drop him, Carter is coming. That is true. I would also say that. But because of the schedule, I'm just looking at it because of the schedule for Week 12. Maybe you can hold on to him for another week.
If he gets suspended a game, I think, he's worth holding on to until he moves back to the bench. I think that's my. I have a few Mo Wagners there, and I think that's my sign to drop him. If he moves back to the bench and Wendell Carter moves back up the starting lineup, and then maybe see how many minutes he gets off the bench.
Yeah.
If he gets like the 15, 17 minutes, maybe he is a drop at that point. But if he gets around 25 minutes still, right, even as he is coming off the bench, then I'll probably hold on to him a bit longer. So yeah, you wait for the suspension or whatever news that comes out, and then we'll go from there. Biggest injury news, I guess, is Devin Booker.
Yeah.
4 weeks.
I kind of already sensed that, because Chris Paul, when he was interviewed yesterday, he said they want Booker to rest well. They don't need him for December and January. So he said, we don't need you for December and January. So that already felt that it was a long injury. It will take time. So, well, if you own Booker, there's no other way. There's no other choice, no? Hold him. Cameron Payne supposedly is about to come back. I feel like if Payne comes back, Landry Shamet comes back, that probably will be the players that you would have interest in, those two, when they come back. No, probably they have some Chris Paul, Shamet starting 5, but Payne will probably play with Chris Paul for a period of time also during the game. So I think if you can stash Cameron Payne, I'm not saying it's a must stash, but it's still worth something. He showed that he could help. When Chris Paul was out, I think it is probably gonna be similar with Devin Booker out. So just something to be ahead of the curve. In other words,
I think those two players, Cameron Payne and Shamet, would be the biggest beneficiary. In deeper leagues, maybe you could add Damian Lee. Who else? Are the scrubs there?
Duan Washington.
Dwayne Washington,
Duan 30-something points yesterday, but I'm not expecting that again. That is a special case.
Maybe 16 speculative ad, 16, 18 team leagues.
Maybe. But you be prepared to drop him again. Shamet, I think, will be back anytime soon. So as I said, Payne will come back also. So just be prepared to drop him again. If you have that thought, it's okay. But if you have limited moves, just be careful with that.
Okay, a few, hopefully some minor ones. Trae Young
didn't
play today, but it was a back-to-back, right?
Yeah. He said he was gonna play.
As well as Bradley Beal. So both of them missed today's game. Both back-to-back, but even with the back-to-back, they were really injured. They exited the game early. So there was an injury there. Today is probably just, the short-term, the short-term missed game there. We don't know yet how long will they miss games or
I think Trae is not that bad because he wanted to play. Maybe they just wanted to be safe. No, that's why they didn't play him today. He should, and Trae, he comes back fast, so he should be fine. I don't have anybody I want to add there in Atlanta, or even stream. Aaron Holiday started, but whatever. I'm not gonna chase Aaron Holiday. But Bradley Beal's hamstring. This is the left, not the right one that bothered him. This is the left, and according to the MRIs, he's day to day. But of course, it's still worrying because it's Bradley Beal and it's a hamstring again. So maybe he misses some games. Denny Abdiha for me is probably the best player there without Bradley. So I would go Denny first and foremost.
Although Washington has been throwing out these two center lineups. Putting Denny back on the bench. Today, I think it was Gafford who started alongside with Kristaps. So that means Denny comes off the bench. In case Gafford is still available, he might be a good add right now. He should be rostered at this point, especially when he's starting. I don't see a lot of Gaffords there, so I'm pretty sure a lot of the FBW leagues, are ahead of this. That's the Washington and Atlanta situation. RJ Barrett,
1 week.
Also, did they have a back-to-back? No.
No. But he's out 1 week. They already said he's going to be out at least 1 week. Which is, I think his injury was a laceration. So it was, I don't know how he got. I don't know.
Just put on a band-aid and he'll probably be good to go. He's probably good
after a week. But they already declared him out a week. And Jalen Brunson is also out with his hip injury. Not sure how severe the hip injury of Brunson. But even if Brunson comes back tomorrow, I think Emmanuel quickly will probably have to be added. And if you want a deep league play, it's going to be Miles McBride. Guy who Tibbs also love. I don't think Quentin Grimes will be available. I wrote up Quentin Grimes yesterday. He's really showing everything, the whole package right now: defense, steals, 3-pointer, scoring. So seems like a fantasy star being born here with Quentin Grimes. So he should not be available in any leagues. He should not be. So Grimes, if he is, then go add him. Go add Quentin Grimes.
So that's RJ Barrett. Poku. Poku, I don't think he's really rosterable with the inconsistency, but right now he sure is not rosterable.
Well, out
how many
for
weeks?
A month.
8 weeks? 1 month?
6 to 8 weeks. 6 to 8 weeks. 6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks.
It's out. It's out. There's no point in rostering him. I have him in one league. I just put him in an IL because I don't have any IL anyway, so just put him there. But if I get somebody in the IL, I will just drop him. And OKC situation is another interesting thing because they also already out they already out Jeremiah Robinson Earl, JRE. So now Poku is out again. So now they don't have any centers left. So it could be
Muscala.
Mike Muscala. Could be Mike Muscala who will start, and then Baisley off the bench. That might be the
Not
rotation.
not really a long-term ad or even a 6 to 8 weeks ad. It's just a stream and then see where that goes.
See where that goes. They have a rookie, Jalen Williams, not Jalen Williams. Jalen, the Vietnamese, the half Vietnamese Jalen. If Muscala doesn't impress, if Baisley struggles, they might go to Jalen. And rookies, they have more upside. So maybe eventually Jalen Williams will find value. Again, not discounting that fact with OKC. Not discounting that fact with OKC.
All right. So, and last, Devin Vassell, another injury.
Yeah.
Vassell's been in and out of that injury list.
And it's a pity because he played well yesterday. And I saw the moment he got injured. He was just a simple layup. When he went down, he was limping all the way to the locker, all the way he was subbed. That was at the end of the game also. He was playing well. He was starting to score a bit more.
That's always the case with Devin Vassell.
Yeah, that's just, I don't know.
Remember, he started really well and then just suddenly was out for a few games. Not just a few games. I think a couple of weeks or 2 to 3 weeks was out. So no timetable yet, right?
He's actually questionable. So maybe he plays tomorrow. I don't know. Well, we don't know that, but it's San Antonio that worries us more. And with, as you said, Jeremy said it best. There's just something about Vassell because if you look at it like, what can this guy do? What has this guy done? You would say he should be top 50, top 60. He should be somebody you value. But somehow you can't value him that high because of the team, because of his injuries.
Yeah.
No matter how slight, how minor, or whatever, it's always there. So, well, that drops him in my eyes. Even if he's ranked high, that drops him down in my eyes.
But that doesn't mean you drop Devin Vassell.
Well, no, of course not. Of course not.
Right. Other possible waiver ads who's available. Pat Bev is probably widely available. Patrick Beverly, I think the Lakers are a bit grasping for players who can contribute in that team. I mean, it will be annoying though, I feel, because Austin Reeves played bad today.
Gotten a lot of questions about Reeves.
I think after LeBron, it's going to be LeBron, Westbrook, and pretty much that's it, right? There's after that, Thomas Bryant, maybe those three guys are the sure roster players. The rest will probably be in and out of that waiver wire. Probably streamer type of players here. Even Austin Reeves, like I said, what do we do now? Do we drop him at this point? But he's probably the third, fourth best guy there at any given night, right?
Yeah. I've been asked a lot about Austin Reeves. I say with the Lakers, you play who's hot, who's playing well.
Yeah.
Pat Bev has been playing pretty decently. I think this is 14 teams, 14 to 16 teams. I think he has done enough just to hold on. But if you're gonna drop Pat Bev, it's okay just to stream him. Austin Reeves, I'm okay with dropping him in standard leagues, of course. It's an easy drop. In 14-team leagues, if he's your worst player, I think you can just stream the spot. I mean, you can just stream his roster spot instead of waiting for...
The good thing, though, about Austin Reeves, he's always tagged as questionable or whatever.
Yeah.
And the good thing about that is that if you have a few players who's always questionable, you can move him in and out of that, switch them every time, so you don't really need to drop him unless there's a hotter free agent available. I don't think Norm Powell is available, but he is another possible player there in case he was dropped when he was injured. Just add him. Jeremy Sohan is
priority.
Doing well right now, so I mean, just go with him while he is doing that. Dillon Wright probably is available. I mean, I wouldn't mind dropping Austin Reeves for maybe Dillon Wright.
Yeah, I would go with Dillon over Austin. I would go Dillon over Austin. Yeah. Actually, I already wrote in Twitter that I think Dillon, based on his steals alone, can carry your steals category. Some weeks
he's number one, I think, in
Yeah.
steals per game.
Yeah. And the injury to Bill, maybe he gets more playing time. Maybe he gets the assist up because he can also pass. No, he's their backup point guard. So if he can get 5-6 assists with the 2 to 3 steals, that makes him more valuable. But for me, Austin Reeves, I think he's gonna bounce back. But it's okay to move on from him and get Dillon Wright over Austin Reeves. That's a good move. Yeah.
Plus, Dillon Wright, if you remember, before getting injured, was top 80 in fantasy, I think, per game.
Yeah. He was
there.
We talked about it when he was about to return.
I think
told you,
even
right?
higher, right? Even higher.
Top 65. And I told you before that people have forgotten. We already mentioned before they come back, just add them already. Be early. That's why I'm talking about Cameron Payne a while ago. He has somebody you can target. Norman Powell also, before he returned, I already added him in some leagues, in some deeper leagues, and that has helped me also because he's been playing very well also.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can.
Maybe this is the Norm Powell time, right? We know he's
maybe.
He is a slow starter, very slow starter. This might be it because he's had some since coming back. Actually, I couldn't recall him having a bad game, a 7-point game or a 5-point game, which he does before getting injured, which annoyed everyone. So yeah, maybe this is the time for Norm Powell to shine once again for your team. All right. I think that's it. We've run through everything on our list, and hopefully we were able to help you, or at least enjoy this conversation about fantasy basketball. As always, please subscribe to our channel, like our videos, like our page, follow us on socials, Twitter, and our Facebook page. All of those links in the description. Probably the last of the year. This is probably the last recording of the year. So we wish everyone a happy new year, guys. Looking forward to a great 2023 for all of you and all of us. Not just in fantasy, but in life in general. I think that's more important than this stupid game called fantasy. But yeah, fantasy basketball. But yeah, happy new year, guys. We'll see you guys again probably next year. Bye, guys.